After weeks of practice, film study, and lifting weights, it doesn't take long before the monotony of it all starts to wear on a high school football player. But as we see in this week's Inside Story, Heath head coach Mickey Moss took time out of his practice schedule to make sure his players were not burned out. The Heath Hawks run a lot of their offense out of the single wing formation. It's an offense that uses a lot of misdirection and takes plenty of practice to perfect. Practice in the hot summer sun. So last week when head coach Mickey Moss told the boys to come down to the track for a surprise, the Hawks were preparing for the worst.
I was expecting to come out here and condition or something, or maybe stretch, because we had a long first 2 weeks of practice.
Instead, they found this.
First of all, I'd see the civil side just take off going. We walk outside and we see slip inside, we see watermelon out on the table, and we see a snow cone machine, and we all just took off running.
3 straight weeks of practice before school starts. Sometimes it wears on you a little bit, get a little change up, so we thought we'd surprise the kids this evening and do a little something special for them.
A refreshing break from a long 3 weeks of preparation is just what the doctor ordered. And like everything else with the Hawks, it turned into a friendly competition as well.
When we got out here, first few people just took off running and dove on it, and then, we started getting groups going, and next thing you know, it's 3 guys going out at the same time trying to see who can get down there the farthest. And then we started surfing, so then you see guys trying to surf, see who can stay up the longest or make it all the way.
Sure, it was a nice break from the monotony of practices, but Coach Moss had another motive as well.
These kids enjoy being with each other, and they love one another, and they work hard for one another, and then they get out in the field and sacrifice for one another. That takes a glue that binds them together, that they got to love, that love for each other, that, as some people call that chemistry, but I consider it loving one another. And when you have that, these kids can do great things as a team.
And that's one thing we've struggled in the past, having team chemistry, not just having separate groups. And I think this year, if any year, we have, one big solid team. And I think that's why, because Must State wants to win a lot of games. I want to win every game we play. So I think having team chemistry is a good reason why we're going to win every game we play.